Jayson. Joe said that you guys live by a principle and not a feeling, talking about how Nets are making tough shots. You guys aren't necessarily making the open threes that you guys usually make, and sticking to that math. Is that something he's always sort of emphasized to you guys, and how often does he have to, bring it up again when stuff like that happens, when the Nets are making tough shots, when you guys aren't necessarily making the ones you're used to?
When he's bringing up, like, what exactly?
Basically, like, sticking to the math, not changing the game plan just because some of the shots you guys are used to making aren't falling and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, that's like principles of life. Like, you got to be the same person when things are going great and when things aren't. It's not time to panic when things aren't going. He always talks about, like, it's not always going to go how we expect, right? The Nets aren't the same team as last year. They're playing differently. They got a different coach. They're playing with more energy and freedom and things like that. So he always says, expect it to go unexpected. We're missing some guys. We weren't hitting shots that we normally do. How are we going to respond? How are we going to figure out a way to win? And it's not from getting away from things that make us who we are. Sometimes you're going to make shots. Sometimes you're going to miss them. But we still got to play the way that we believe to be the right way to play.
Is there a way he specifically helps you guys practice to expect the unexpected, or is it more just like a general openingness that he wants you to play with?
I mean, we constantly talk about it. There's times, right, we could be down 16-2, and he might come to the bench smiling, like, this is good for us. This is what we should want. He's right. Like, sometimes that we need that. Not that we want to be down 16-2 all the time, but we got to figure out a way to win the game still.
Was he smiling when you guys were down 16-2?
No, not today. He wasn't.
Along the lines of your first answer, like when you're there and you see, for example, Sam, you're driving, you see Sam, is there ever a hint of like, oh, he's cold, I might as well just do this myself? Not that you don't want to pass it to him, but just like a feeling of, oh, he just doesn't have it tonight, I'm going to just do this. You don't have that feeling? Because you hit him and he hit that shot.
Yeah, I mean, no, never, ever. If Sam's open, if he's not open, we always want him to be a threat. Not necessarily like shoot it every time, but we have so much confidence in Sam that we were mad at him when he missed it, and he was like mad at himself. Al was yelling at him on the bench, like, yo, don't ever put your head down. Like, the next one, we always believe the next one is going in because he's such a proven shooter. He works really hard at his craft. So, no, I'm never like, oh, shit, Sam just missed the last two shots. I'm not about to pass it to him. Like, no, I would never think that.
Jayson, Peyton's really improved his finishing in the paint. He's driving like right under the rim and scoring on the guys. You also had to learn how to score off of 2 feet. What was the challenge of doing that, and what do you see out of Peyton, especially at a guy at his size, doing that?
Just a willingness to it's a little unorthodox. Like, he takes that last little dribble under the basket, or he takes an extra dribble where, normally guys would lay it up, but he takes one more dribble where it gives the defender, you can see like he takes a breath or he relaxes, and Peyton knows that, and he gets it up quick. He has a strong base, like, he's a short guy, I guess, but, Peyton is pretty strong in his base, in his core, and he uses his body and ankles really well when he's attacking the basket.
Jayson, Joe said one of the things that makes you guys so strong is you just find a way no matter what happens, no matter who's out. Do you kind of enjoy the mental puzzle of having to figure it out in different ways each and every night?
Yeah. You want everybody to be healthy. You want to play with the full roster as much as you can. Long season, that's just not how it's always going to be. And you find moments throughout the season where, it's challenging, and certain guys are out. And regardless, like, Joe says this is a privilege. Like, we have starters out or guys out, and we're still, like, always expected to win. And, we have that mentality, like, next man up. The stay ready group, we call it a stay ready group for a reason. Moments like this you can look throughout the season as, it gives other guys more opportunity that, right, we might need them in the playoffs or whatever. We can use moments like this as, things that we need down the road and will make us a better and stronger team.
Last question to Abby.
Jayson, the last two teams you guys have played have really upped the physicality, and particularly on yourself. Do you feel like that's kind of a game plan that's out there, is to try to take you out of your game? I mean, I know that's kind of generally, but in the league, do you feel like that's kind of word is to play physical with you guys and really get handsy?
Yeah, I would say so. I think when you play superstar, whatever you want to call them, the thing is to, I guess, you try to make them uncomfortable, right? Guys are special. Guys are going to make plays. You just want to make it tough on them. And we understand that, how skilled we are, how talented we are. A way to combat that is, to up your physicality and push catches out and, grab and hold and whatever, and just make things tougher. So just understanding that is what we're going to face night in and night out, and not be surprised and caught off guard when it happens.